Hey, what's up guys, this is Right Trigger, and you're watching pre-recorded gameplay of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and this weekend I got the greatest opportunity ever to use the real-life MX Garand. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, Hayden, the MX Garand is not a real-life gun. Well, I know. I was using a cousin of the M1 Garand, the M1 Scout. It looks basically just like the M1 Garand, except there's a couple of things that were different about it. It looked very much the same, but a little bit different. So what I did was I recorded 50 seconds of the MX Garand, and basically we're going to talk about the differences between pretty much the MX Garand, the M1 Garand, and the M1 Scout. Although I don't really know exactly what the M1 Garand looks like. I have seen it. I have seen pictures of it, and I can't really, if you were to show me a picture of the M1 Garand, I would know it was the M1 Garand, but I don't know all the little small details and whatnot. So pretty much we're going to talk about that was a weird noise that just came out of my face. But pretty much we're going to be talking about the differences. So as you can see here, I do have a picture of the MX Garand. Well, it's actually a video, but so one of the biggest differences between the M1 Scout and the MX Garand that is shown here is, see the front part where it has all those straps and whatnot right next to the side little cages or whatever you call those things. That does not exist on the M1 Scout. That is completely, I guess, maybe custom to the MX Garand. I don't believe that's on the M1 Garand either. Now, another big difference is, see how on the stock it's kind of foldable? That is not on the M1 Scout either. It looks very much different, and that's pretty much all I can say for this. I was using iron sights. We didn't have any custom sights, although on other guns that we were using, we did have like reflexes and stuff like that. But we'll go back to the gameplay. So, as you may be, able to imagine, there are actually a lot of differences between the MX Garand and the M1 Scout. For one thing, the MX Garand, being that it is fictional, they did add a lot of things to it to make it look a lot different, but the iron sights are much smaller on the M1 Scout than on the MX Garand. Like, the iron sights, when you look down them, it's the smallest hole, and then it's a small little, like, the very end of the iron sights looks exactly like the M1 Scout. Basically, it's just the same thing. Obviously, being that this is supposed to be of the M1 Garand from World at War, they made it so that you can only reload when you finish the clip. But in real life, I found out that the M1 Garand does not, you can reload the M1 Garand anytime. Turns out that's just a Call of Duty thing that they added in. And with the M1 Scout, there is no iconic fating that you hear when you reload. I know a lot of people were making fun of me when I said fating the first time, but that's just what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a fating. I don't know. But when you reload, you would hear that fating, and in real life you didn't. I didn't get to hear that. It was a semi-automatic gun that you just reload regularly. Now, when I was out there, we didn't just shoot this gun. I also got to shoot an AR-15, and I also got to shoot another AR that was like a World War II gun that was a bolt-action gun, and the bolt-action was really difficult, but this gun was by far my favorite because it was so, the fact that I basically have used a real-life cousin of the M1 Garand or the fictional MX Garand, that's something cool that I can say. And I've told a couple of people, and they're like, "What? You really got to use the M1 Scout, dude? That's badass." You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just kind of something cool that I get to say now that I've done. This was my first time going out and shooting real guns, and I gotta say, these guns are fucking loud. When you hear these guns, in Call of Duty, you don't hear what you hear in real life. In real life, I remember my uncle was shooting the AR-15, and I wasn't ready, so I didn't have my ear muffs or whatever you want to call them on, and yeah, it scared the crap out of me. It's a shock that you can feel throughout your entire body, and it's insane because I got to shoot a couple of guns. I got to shoot the World at War II gun, which I can't remember the name of, unfortunately. I also got to shoot the M1 Scout. I got to shoot a pistol and the AR-15. The AR-15, compared to the loudest one by far, was the bolt-action the bolt-action World War II gun. That thing was heavy. It was hard to do the bolt-action. It was loud. It had a lot of kick. It was It was what I'd imagine a World War II gun being. It was really, really fun. The M1 Scout came second. It was loud, it was heavy, but the thing is that the bolt action wasn't there. It doesn't have a bolt action, you know what I mean? So it's semi-automatic, so it wasn't that difficult. The AR-15 definitely was third. It was pretty loud, but it really wasn't that much of a body shaker. And then the pistol obviously came in fourth. That thing was nothing. It was kind of cute to hold in my hands after holding the M1 Scout. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It all does help, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.